All right. Welcome to our new moon guided meditation. As we begin today, first I would like you to take yourself into a place of gratitude, of really recognizing some of the beauty and joy and wonder in your own life. Think about things that you observe in the more than human world and the ways that contact with nature enriches your life. What are some special places, some special beings that hold meaning for you and that bring you to a place of joy? Just bring those into your mind. Try to look as specifically as possible in your mind's eye. And then humbly say thank you. Thank you to the butterfly that flits by the window. Thank you to the tree outside the front door. Thank you to the beauty of clouds in the sky. Thank you to the dramatic sunsets. Thank you to the cooling breezes. In Nova Sutras, we celebrate the 4 major phases of the moon because these are such evident global phenomena. The way that we see the moon illuminated has to do with the relationship between our home planet, this satellite that orbits us, and our sun. Right now, both the sun and the moon are on the same side of Earth. So we only see the shadowed side of the moon. This is true all around the world. Tonight will be the darkest night of the month. So these moon phases help us remember that we are a species living on just one planet and that we share this home world. That we are all connected as part of Earth's biosphere. This living superorganism that is Gaia. We'll begin our practice today with some reflection on our Nova Sutra's key principles that are summarized in the terms Agaya and Ubuntu. Agaya is our way to express our love for this beautiful integrated superorganism that is all of life on Earth. And also our recognition of the love that is embodied in Gaia, this great transcendent universal love known as agape. So Agaya is a term that speaks partly of the intrinsic beauty of nature itself, and partly of the way that we respond to and recognize that beauty. Ubuntu is another reflection of that transcendent, universal love. In this case, very specifically recognizing the ways that we are connected and interdependent. No human is fully human without the presence of other humans. No being is the full expression of itself except in its relationship to all other beings. Trees can only do what they do because of their relationships to the microorganisms in the soil, to the beings that may help pollinate them or disperse their seeds, often to their underground connections to other trees in a forest. For us as animals, we are fully dependent on the plant life around us. Without them, there would be no food to eat. Without them, there would be no oxygen in the air. The very product that we need in order to metabolize that food and keep going. The world of green and growing things is so generous. It not only gives us our food and oxygen, it does everything it can to take away our waste, to incorporate the carbon that we exhale and build its own bodies, build more life. So as we hold gratitude for this world filled with Agaya and Ubuntu, we take a moment now to express that by sending out our wishes for ever more Agaya and Ubuntu to all beings. Here on the west coast of North America, a continent known as Turtle Island to many of its indigenous inhabitants, it's morning. So I will start with the east and go around the compass directions, then up and down, and then starting with our own beings as the center and radiating out in ever larger, biologically relevant areas. This is a way for us to get in touch with our real location within Earth's living system, on Earth's beautiful skin. It's kind of our spiritual address. So I invite you to really think about where you are and what is in each direction as we call them out. What is encompassed by each place as we move outward. As we do calling the corners, I also invite you to follow along out loud, in particular at the end of each phrase, where we wish that all beings in that direction or that space abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. So we'll begin with the East. May all beings to the East abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings to the South abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings to the West abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings to the North abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings above abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings below abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May each one of us abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings near us abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings in our watershed abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings in our bioregion abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings on our continent abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings in the world's great oceans abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. And may every being belonging to Earth's beautiful, bountiful, beneficent biosphere abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. Now I invite you to settle in a little deeper for this guided meditation. As we think about the ever-changing moon, take a moment to really settle your body and feel your weight on your seat or on the floor. Feel the loving way that the earth pulls you to her body and then supports you, cradles you. Allow yourself to really tap into that loving embrace and feel your own love reaching down into the soil, into the earth, like the roots of a tree. Now, like a tree, I invite you to draw some of that energy up through your roots, up into the length of your trunk, lifting your spine, lifting your neck, rising up through the crown of your head, connecting you with the air above you. And as we breathe in and out, feel that cycling through you, energy rising up and then settling down with each exhale, rising on the inhale, descending on the exhale. And as we feel this cycle moving through us, we offer our gratitude to the great trees who show us how to connect soil and sky, how to participate in this great dance of heaven and earth. Continue to take these deep cleansing breaths, exchanging this loving Agaya and Ubuntu with all the great tree beings. We are approaching that moment when the earth, moon, and sun are in their closest alignment for the month. Where the sun shines fully on the back of the moon, the side that we never see from this earth. And all we see is the moon in shadow. Everything hidden in that bright light where the sun is. Feel the sun and moon lined up, drawing you gently in their direction. Just the way they draw the earth's tides. With these extreme tides, the spring tides that we get with the new moon. As the moon and sun are both pulling on all the world's great oceans, pulling on all that water within you. In this time of the new moon, what are you being drawn toward? What future is beckoning you, tugging at you? The future that wants to emerge. Things are hidden in this dark time. The deep dark of the new moon night fills the world with shadows. And yet we can feel this draw, this pull of what is about to emerge. The new things bursting forth from seeds in the dark soil. These hidden secret treasures of the beauty and wonder that is to come. Even in the darkness, it's there waiting. What seeds of Agaya and Ubuntu are present in your life? What is it that's wanting to emerge, to spring forth from your imagination and become part of our shared reality? Right, right now, with the moon and the sun drawing them, beckoning them forward. What is on the verge of becoming within you? What is on the verge of emerging into the world? What is getting ready to grow? Now I invite you to recognize that all around the world, everyone is holding the seed of something beautiful inside them. All around the world, whether in the bright light of day or the darkest depths of this new moon night, things are starting to emerge. Beautiful patterns of Agaya and Ubuntu that can shape our future. So now, at this precise moment, when the earth, the moon, and the sun are all aligned, ready to draw things forth, let us give our energy out into the world to call forth as much Agaya and Ubuntu as can emerge. To invite the very best of us to come into the light, to spring forward out of the ground, out of the dark center, and up into the world, breathing and enriching it, forming new connections, filling the world with Agaya and Ubuntu. Feel the gifts of Agaya and Ubuntu moving through you. And offer them out into the world. Offering beauty, offering joy, offering wonder, offering loving kindness, offering connection and mutual support. These gifts are within each one of us, waiting to come out, waiting to shine brightly. Let the very best of you be drawn to the surface, be awakened and emerging. I invite you now to envision what it would look like from the moon to look toward Earth. Just as we see only the shadowed side of the moon, right now the moon sees only the illuminated side of Earth. Imagine looking back on that beautiful globe of blues and greens, browns and whites. Brilliant with that full light of the sun reflecting from it, casting up and setting a pale glow across the moon. Treasure that beautiful blue world, filled with all the life we know. A place of such incredible beauty. A place that holds so much joy and wonder, even in the dark of its nighttime. And hold that vision inside you of a unified world, resplendent with Agaya and Ubuntu. Living and breathing in deep connection and reverence. And as you come back, settle down into your body, hold that beautiful, fully illuminated homeworld in your heart. Even as with the ever-changing moon, the crescent moon begins to emerge over the coming days. And from the moon, a shadow creeps over the earth. But this is just change and balance. And all of that change, all of that dynamism just adds to the beauty and wonder where there's both shadow and light. I invite you, as we emerge into the first days of the crescent moon, to hold that beauty within you, to keep envisioning our whole world encircled with Agaya and Ubuntu, with all of these new wonder and joy and reverence ready to emerge, and invite that forth as you settle in, feeling the way the earth supports your weight, and embraces you in love. Feeling the breath you take uniting you with the trees and grasses, even all that tiny phytoplankton in the ocean that fills you with energizing breath. Start to move your fingers and toes, your hands and feet, your legs and arms. Shift your shoulders and hips. Let your spine move just a little. Maybe roll your neck. And then as you take a breath in, very slowly and gently, with so much love, open your eyes and let your eyes rest somewhere beautiful. We in the Nova Sutras movement thank you for taking this time to join with us in wishes for global wellness and awareness, for Agaya and Ubuntu to all beings. Please join us for some of our upcoming events. For our Nova Sutra supporters, we have a Circle of Agaya and Ubuntu tomorrow afternoon. Open to everyone, we have our discussions on Mondays and Thursdays. Next Tuesday, a week from today, we'll have our waxing moon meditation. And then later, a conversation about healing Earth's 3 green hearts, our great equatorial rainforests. If you want to find out more, please go to novasutras.org/events. Don't forget to register ahead to join us for our equinox celebration. We'll have our online meditation right through the moment of the equinox. You can support events like these by becoming a regular member on Patreon with monthly support or making a one-time donation via PayPal. Or you can help out by becoming a Nova Sutras Uplifters. You can find out more about Nova Sutras on our website, subscribe to our newsletter, follow our blog. You can also find us on most of the usual social media channels, and we have a few recorded guided meditations available freely on Insight Timer app. Enjoy the emerging crescent moon over the coming evenings, and may your days be filled with Agaya and Ubuntu.